Yo, what's going on guys, HyperX here, welcome back to another Destiny video. It's Tuesday, it's reset day, which of course means I'm back to tell you guys what is new in the world of Destiny this week. We're also 2 days away now, the countdown continues, 2 days away from brand new Destiny 2 gameplay, so super excited for that. Again, keep it locked to the channel because I will have a ton of videos for you guys on Thursday after the live stream, so definitely do not miss those. But if you do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and any questions, drop them down below. Now, kicking things off with the raid this week. This week your focus is on the Wrath of the Machine raid, so that of course means your challenges are Volsic and Axis, so 2 challenge modes to do. That is of course a chance at 2 sets of Adept weapons, 2 sets of 400 light gear, and of course some more Age of Triumph ornaments. So again, if you guys need any help with those, there are guides for all the challenge modes, all the Wrath of the Machine challenge modes on the channel. Definitely check those out if you guys are struggling, but by now, I'm sure you guys are all experts at that. Turning our attention from there to the Nightfall this week, it is the Winter's Run Strike, and your modifiers are Specialist, where special weapon damage is favoured, Chaff, where player radar is disabled, Ironclad, where more enemies have shields, and Exposure, where Guardian shields are increased, but do not replenish. Moving on from there to the Heroic Strike playlist, your modifiers for that are Solar Burn, Specialist, and Fresh Troops. That's of course the source for 1 of your 3 Treasures of the Ages this week, plus a load of legendary marks. Moving on from there to the Challenge of the Elders, your modifiers for this one are Catapult, so grenade recharge rate is greatly increased, and Small Arms, so primary weapon damage is favoured, and your bonuses come from melee kills this time, so melee kill bonus, so punch your enemies for a chance at greater points. As for the weekly story playlist, the source of your 2nd Treasure of the Ages, plus a few more legendary marks, your modifiers for that one are Solar Burn and Brawler. And if you want to get the triple triad, so to speak, if you want to get the 3rd Treasure of the Ages, then your Crucible mode this week is Mayhem Clash. So fast supers, fast grenades, and of course that is more marks and your 3rd Treasure of the Ages. So, with those out of the way, then turning your attention to the vendors, starting off with Tira Khan over in Felwinter Peak. The first of your 3 artifacts are Memory of Felwinter, so lose your super but gain 1 extra melee and grenade charge and a small boost to all stats. On top of that, you have Memory of Timur, so melee attacks on minions of the Darkness have a chance to turn them on your side for a brief period of time. And finally, Memory of Perun, where enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. As for Shiro 4, here are your Iron Lord bounties. Again, very useful if you're going to be going into the Plague Lands in any capacity. Maybe you're going to be hitting up Archon's Forge. Either way, grab those for some experience, some Vanguard reputation, and also a chance at Thorn if you don't have it. And as for the class items this week, then these are the options you have. Mantle of Perun, Yolda's Iron Sash, and Felwinter's Iron Bond. Then jumping over from there to the tower, speaking to Lord Shaxx. These are of course your 2 weekly Crucible bounties. Completing these and handing these in is a chance at Nightfall tier rewards. The bounties this week will have you heading into Clash and also into Rift. So if those are your game modes, then hit them up for a chance at some extra loot this week. And of course, speaking to Commander Zavala, these are your strike scoring bounties. So again, completing these, handing them in is your chance at Icebreaker. Then jumping over to the Reef, the final destination, you have Petrovenge. These are of course her usual weekly and daily bounties. So scrolling through these if you want to complete them and work on your Queen's Wrath rank, and of course if you're going into the Prison of Elders, the level 41 version, which I appreciate you might not be doing too much these days, but if you are, then these are Varrex's bounties. So, with those out of the way, the only thing left to talk about are weapon recommendations, just a few from me this week. The first one comes from the Crucible Quartermaster, and that is the Palindrome. This week, it's not necessarily the best set of talents, so don't by any means think this is the best Palindrome we've ever seen, but it does have triple tap. It also has reinforced barrel for that increased range, plus you also have hidden hand, where the weapon has better target acquisition. So, not a bad set of talents, maybe not the best, but either way, the Palindrome is always a nice weapon anyway, so something to think about. On top of that, also at the same vendor, the Event Horizon. This one actually has the short gaze sight, which is my favourite sight. The first 2 perks after the sight are not too great. You got a choice between Life Support or Army of One. However, following that, you do have Quick Draw, so the weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast, and you also have Hidden Hand, which is a nice talent for snipers. After that, jumping over to the Vanguard Quartermaster, then the Bone Crusher or the Bone Crucier, the LMG. This has always been a nice LMG to have. It's one of those kind of decent vendor roll ones you can just pick up. This one, of course, deals solar damage, and it also has Feeding Frenzy, so of course, kills with the weapon will increase the reload speed for a short time, which is nice on an LMG. Plus, you have a choice between hand laid stock or rifle barrel, depending whether you want range or stability. And finally, you have crowd control, so kills with the weapon will give you an increase to your damage for a short period of time, which again, pretty nice on an LMG, which can kick out some serious numbers. And finally, over to the Dead Orbit vendor, the Keystone 01 Scout Rifle has Snapshot, it also has Unflinching, and finally, it has Crowd Control. So those are weapon recommendations from me this week. There are not necessarily a great deal to pick up. The other vendors that I didn't necessarily mention don't have anything especially exciting, so save your marks, and we can move on to next week. So that's pretty much it. That is your week in Destiny. That's what you need to know. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Again, keep it locked this week. There will be a metric ton of Destiny 2 videos on the channel at the last part of this week. So if there's anything you guys want to know, chances are I will have a video on it for you. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.